ready to get a test strand done in my hair because I'm lightening it again, hopefully really soon. I don't know how my hair is gonna lift, so I'm getting my test strand done. Welcome back to another vlog. Matthew's driving me, he's being very sweet. Picked me up from the airport yesterday and driving me back to Alexandria today. The weather's so weird today. It was snowing really heavily all morning, but it's just a little bit too warm for it to stick. And so now it's like this gross, like sleeting, slushy, it's weird. I got back from New York yesterday and I haven't unpacked my suitcase yet. And so I had to do my makeup with like all the stuff that I didn't pack. I had some things, like I pulled a couple things, but most of my makeup I had to do with stuff I didn't pack. And so I don't know how it's come out. I think it's actually come out okay. Like I don't keep makeup unless I like it, but I didn't have any substitute for my eyebrow products, so I just rubbed like brown eyeshadow in my eyebrows and it is what it is. And then I had like a brown mascara, like a random brown mascara. But anyway, I am really excited. I hope my hair lifts really well. I have a long hair history. In the last 14 months, I've had 3 balayages and 2 rounds of permanent dark brown dye. So I have a big hair history, so we're really hoping this test strand gives us a good idea of how it's gonna lift, if there's gonna be any surprises, because I also don't wanna fry my hair off, so we'll see. Washington Monument is looking beautiful today. I feel like I'm noticing that my makeup looks patchy, which is a dead giveaway that I need to wash my makeup brushes. So I need to add that to my to-do list. Do you guys see that? Am I making that up? I'm also experimenting with a new powder. Maybe the powder is not it, but I should probably wash my makeup brushes anyway, to be honest.
The color is still gonna be blonde underneath all of this.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So all of this is just like filled color that we have to like lift out.
Right. And I
That's
used
the hard part.
permanent dye instead of temporary, which was my mistake.
It's okay. Did you do it yourself?
No, I went to a salon. So when I got it cut like to here, and I've had multiple trims since. So there's like inches of growth.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where that like starts and stops. Yeah. But yeah,
you can tell. I don't know if you can.
Hello, look at you. Look at this little puppy. You are so cute.
I mean, you can tell. I don't know if you can see it. The ends are slightly lighter.
Are they starting to wash out?
Yeah.
I've noticed a little bit of like warm tones in the sunlight. I can see like a little bit of redness.
The red, yeah.
Start to peek
like
through.
Super common with permanent color.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing with permanent color is that it's gonna be warm when we lift it.
Well,
but you said you don't mind as long as it's like not orange.
I mean, I don't love warm.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of inevitable. The coolest that we can possibly make it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like those photos are my end goal. I don't mind how much we can achieve in one session as long as we're getting there.
Yeah.
You know, as long as we're getting there. So I don't have like any inspo photos in mind for how it would look the first time.
Okay.
Just want to get on the road to where it was before.
To where it was.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think today we'll just test one little strand just to see like what's under here because I have no idea.
See what's gonna happen.
You just see what's under it.
And then do we leave it bleached until?
No, I'll dye it back.
Okay. Will that make it
like a crazy like long strand in the back of your head?
Will that make it harder to bleach out the second time?
No, because I'm not gonna put permanent on.
Ah, lovely. Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's just test one little strand first.
Cool.
And then after I see that, then I can tell you a lot more.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I still have the foil in the back of my head, but I've run out to go get a coffee because I saw there's a tatty or tate. Never know how to pronounce that. I didn't know they had one in Alexandria, and Sarah said it had just opened up. So she covered the foil with the rest of my hair as best as she could, but I do have like a giant foil sticking out the back of my head right now. She said it's lifting, but it's going very slowly. So once it's like lifted all the way, I'll show you guys where we're at. Also, I just love Old Town so much. I love Alexandria. And if I was thinking about like permanently settling down in this area, I would definitely consider Alexandria. It's expensive, my God. Well, everything up here is expensive, but Old Town is so, so nice. And they have a Taco Bell cantina, which is fun. Taco Bell cantinas are Taco Bells that serve alcohol. Orange is good, okay.
What would you say? More orange, right?
Yeah.
I think that's good, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Can mommy vlog? Can mommy vlog? Can mommy vlog? You guys, Fergus has been a full category 5 clinger since I got back, which actually I love. He was so happy to see me yesterday. He just like wouldn't stop wagging his tail and licking me. He was so happy to see me yesterday. It made me feel so loved. Like he would not calm down from excitement for like 20 minutes. And I got so many kisses and so many hugs. But ever since I got back, like he's usually wow. He's usually like I wouldn't say he's a clingy dog, but he's a nosy dog. Like he'll follow you all around the entire apartment because he just wants to know like what's going on. He doesn't want anything going on that he's not a part of. But since I got back, he's been full on clingy. You've been clinging. Yes, you have. I know that I'm gonna regret trying to do this in the living room with him in here, but I do need to unpack my suitcases. Oh, yes I do. Yes I do. This suitcase, can you guys see that? Is so heavy. I was checking my bags in yesterday at JFK and my big bag was 3 pounds overweight and the overweight baggage fee is like $100. It's insane. So the guy was like, you can stand over here and repack your bags, and it took me a minute and I put so much stuff in this carry-on that it ended up like, I don't know how, like bowing out along the zipper. Bowing. How do you say that? This is one of those times where I know the term, but I've only ever read it. I've never heard anybody say it. So I don't know if it's bowing or bowing out, but the side bent because of how much stuff I like put in here. Yesterday I was vlogging showing you guys all this stuff. And now I'm taking it out. Oh, I forgot I have these candles. Friggin', shouldn't we light a candle? The reason I am doing this in here, despite Mr. Nosy, is that this is the like largest section of open ground in the apartment. And before, when I've unpacked, I've just put him to bed, but I don't want to put him to bed. I don't want him to put him to bed right now. Sorry, I feel like so cringe that I'm vlogging using my baby voice on this puppy, but he's a puppy, so he deserves to be talked to like he's a baby. Because he is a baby. Mommy loves you so much. We just went on a nice walk. He was very picky and he knew he had to go to the bathroom. And there's this one house nearby that has the most flawless grass in their yard that you've ever seen. Like genuinely, I don't know how much this family is spending on their grass, but it's a ton. And so they obviously have signs like in front of their yard that's like, don't let your dogs pee here, which completely fair. But unfortunately, Fergus wants to pee there every time we walk past because it's the nicest grass around. So it's always like, and we have to walk past this one house. I'm always like, Fergus, please, can we please just walk by the house this time? And he doesn't. He always wants to stop and sniff. And I'm like, you're embarrassing me. I don't want this family thinking he's gonna pee on their grass. So much drama, Fergie. Those are tripods, not sticks. Isn't that crazy? Well, the house is a little bit of a mess. I came home and the house was like so clean because obviously Matt cleaned it before I got home. But then I just blew in like a tornado. I had packages to open and I'm unpacking, and so now it's definitely on me to clean again. I always disinfect my suitcases after I travel, and also like all my electronics and things because traveling is gross. Fergie is also a little bit sad because we just this morning had to throw away 3 toys that he really likes because he's just destroyed them. And they are toys that he's had since he was like a baby, so they had stuffing and stuff in them. And I was repairing them for a while. I was doing like toy surgery and like sewing them back together and stuff and patching them and everything, but it just got to a point where they just couldn't be salvaged any further, and he can't be like destroying toys that have stuffing in them. I don't know if any of you guys follow me on Instagram, but if you do, you will have seen a couple weeks ago I posted that he had an incident. I looked away for literally like just a moment or two, and he had chewed up, you can't lick that. You can't have anything in my hand right now. He had chewed up a toy and he had eaten a lot of stuffing, and I had to make him throw up using the hydrogen peroxide trick. and it was a little bit traumatizing for both of us. I was home alone and like literally had to like pin him on the ground with my body trying to get the hydrogen peroxide down his throat. I gave him a treat to chew on and see how long that lasts. But yeah, it was a little bit traumatizing for both of us because I couldn't get him to take the hydrogen peroxide at first. I didn't have like any of the tricks. I just had a bottle of hydrogen peroxide. And so I had to like pin him on the ground to get him to take it, which was obviously not fun for either of us. It worked, and he threw up all the stuffing, which was so much. It was like 2 full fist sizes worth of stuffing. So I'm glad I did it because that totally would have been an obstruction. It probably would have been like an $800 vet visit. So it was worth it, but now I'm just like so careful with anything with stuffing. So we had to sacrifice some toys today. So he's a little bit mad at me because he saw me throw them away. And mommy is so sorry. Despite being like still so young, Fergus definitely already knows what suitcases mean. So he does not like when they get pulled out of the closets. So far, we've never boarded him because since getting him, like we obviously knew when we got him that our lives would change and we were ready for that. Like last year, you guys know how much I was traveling, how much Matt was gone. Like we knew that when we got him, having a dog is obviously a factor in your travel situation. So since we got him last September, I have had to travel twice for work. And then Matt and I both traveled for the holidays. We took him to my parents and then we left him at my parents when we went to Scotland, which he loved. He literally loved, and my parents miss him. They always want the updates. My mom was like, maybe we should get a dog to my dad. My dad was like, please, we just got rid of the kids. But anyway, so he's never been boarded because obviously when I traveled for work, Matt was here and then he just stayed with my parents before. But we wanted to have like a facility that was really close to us, just good to go no matter what, just because I don't know, I feel like you just never know what's going to happen, and if you need someplace to board your dog, it's good to have a place already in mind. So we do, but they don't board dogs that they've never had in their daycare before. So we think we might start sending him to daycare maybe just like once a week. Obviously we both work from home, but that's going to change. Like Matt, as you guys know, Matt's in the process of applying for jobs in Edinburgh. Whoa, big burp. I'm not going to let you eat bleach wipes or lick anything they've been used on. So we've already been thinking about it, and we think we're going to send him to daycare maybe like once a week. I don't know. We just want to kind of get him used to that in case of emergencies. Ideally, between now and when we move, if both of us ever had to be away from home, ideally he would just stay with my parents, but I just feel like it's good to have a disaster plan, and since he has to go to daycare before he can be eligible for boarding, we're gonna try that. And also, like, Matt and I both work from home, so we've never boarded him before, but there's a place near us that does half days. So like, I just feel like some afternoons it might be convenient to like send him for 3 or 4 hours, and then if both of us just have a really busy schedule or whatever. So we might experiment with that. We'll see. We'll see. The thing is though, some places require you to spay or neuter your dog after 6 months. Fergus is 7 months. We're definitely not neutering him this young, especially because he's a large breed. Yeah, we definitely will neuter, I think, but according to my dad, we really need to wait until like 18 months or 24 months just because he's a large breed and he's not finished growing yet, and if we neuter him too early, it'll cause health complications because he's still growing. Although you should listen to your own vet about that, don't listen to me. My dad's a vet, which is why I'm like saying, he told me that, but you should talk to your own vet. So anyway, that's a complication. We do have a place that lets them come until they're a year old if they haven't been spayed or neutered. They just obviously don't let girls come while they're in heat, and they don't let boys come if they start having like humping problems with the other dogs there. So far he hasn't really been doing that. Like every now, you are so stinky. I really don't want to put you to bed, but I have to unpack. What are we gonna do with you? Your little chicken heart? Fergus loves these freeze-dried, Vital Essentials freeze-dried raw chicken hearts. He loves them. Oh, what a good treat. As you guys know, my parents are fully vegan. So when we left him with them over Christmas, I obviously left like all of his normal treats and things. And my dad is fine with it. My dad's vegan, but like my dad is with animals all the time. My mom was not thrilled about touching freeze-dried chicken heart and like his freeze-dried liver treats and all those things. She was a little grossed out. I know you see all these dirty socks and you're like, oh my God, I want those socks. I know you want those socks. You're such a stinky puppy. I don't even know if the camera's still recording that. My eyes are too poor to see from this distance. Oh, yes it is. Fergus! Do you want to come say hi? Do you want to come say hi? Oh! Fergus is the real star of this channel. And Fergus gets to go to puppy party tonight. You get to go to puppy party tonight. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop because I'm starting to get so self-conscious with how much I'm using my puppy voice. I can't not talk to him in a baby voice, but I don't want to just vlog in baby voice. So I'm gonna head to the gym, and I thought I would take you guys along because I realized it's been many, many months since I've shared an updated gym routine with you guys, and I am not a fitness influencer and I'm not a fitness expert, but I do get asked sometimes what my routine is, so I thought I'd just share. And then also I'll do what's in my gym bag. So this is my gym bag. It's the Prologues tote with the Actually I Do Have Time design. This also comes on a green and white sweatshirt. The totes are sold out, unfortunately. But here's what I take in my gym bag with me every time. So I have a sweatsuit, like sweat set to wear after I finish working out and after, like on my way home. I have a swimsuit because the gym has a sauna, cold pool, hot tub, steam room, like all of that. I'm also taking a pair of sandals to wear like in the shower and around the sauna and stuff. I have a spare pair of socks so I don't have to put my sweaty socks back on when I'm coming home. And then I also just take a little bag, like a cosmetics bag, and in it I have deodorant, face wash, a light moisturizer, hand sanitizer, lip balm, and a hair clip. So just like random toiletries that sometimes I use, sometimes I don't. Like sometimes I just come straight home, but if I'm gonna be there for a while and I'm like gonna do the whole shower sauna thing, then I will use these just because if I don't wash my face with a cleanser after sweating, my skin gets pretty bad. So that's what's in my gym bag. And now I need to make my gym drink, which, no surprise, is going to be LMNT. Oh, and I also just take my AirPod Maxes because I don't like corded headphones in the gym because they get caught on stuff. So anyway, yes, that's my gym bag. I'm gonna make my drink. Normally I make my LMNT in a glass cup when I'm staying at home, but I'm gonna put it in my big tumbler right now because I'm taking it with me to go. I'm gonna do some ice. And I don't know what flavor I want to do today. I've been really into grapefruit lately, so I think I'm gonna do that. And then the other non-negotiable is a lemon. So LMNT is a electrolyte drink mix. It's 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And this is the grapefruit flavor, but they have loads. And it's also no sugar, and like no additives, no artificial anything, no junk. So like I said, I plan on going to sauna, steam room, hot tub, cold pool after this session today. Just in the mood for a little self-care, a little wellness. I want to do the whole thing. And I sweat a lot when I work out, like a lot. I don't want to sweat a ton in the sauna because it's dry, but the steam room, because it's obviously incredibly humid, I sweat like a garden hose in the steam room. But it's also like, they have a eucalyptus in the steam and it feels really nice on your nose, like in your sinuses and in your throat. So I'm gonna do it today. I also just wanna do like all of the things that they have. So I'm already feeling dehydrated, which is totally my fault because I didn't drink enough water yesterday. And I know I'm gonna sweat a ton in my workout. I know I'm gonna sweat in the steam room. So I'm just gonna make electrolytes to take with me so that I can properly hydrate while I'm doing all these activities. LMNT is a supplement that I love and I really believe in. If you've been watching me for a while, you know how much I talk about it. I never used to supplement with electrolytes, but ever since I started, which was last July, I've noticed a significant improvement when I'm taking electrolytes, like when I'm properly hydrated. A significant improvement in my energy levels, especially in the afternoon. I don't get headaches anymore. Proper hydration is also great for your digestion. Obviously, your needs depend on your lifestyle, but if you sweat a lot, if you work out a lot, if you live in a really hot climate, like there's so many different situations that might lead to you being dehydrated without you knowing it. I just really, really love this stuff. So you can use the link in the description box to get 1 free sample pack with purchase, which is a great way to try all their flavors. They have so many. I'm gonna start drinking this now before I start sweating so that I don't like make my dehydration worse, because I know I'm dehydrated because I didn't drink any water yesterday. And then we went out for dinner, and it was Valentine's Day yesterday. We went out for dinner and we went to this place with a set menu, and it came with unlimited champagne. And champagne is my favorite like alcoholic drink. It's also a drink that I would have even if it wasn't alcoholic. Like, you guys know where I'm at with drinking, but champagne is just, it's delicious. And it was Valentine's Day, so not only did I not drink water or enough water, but I also had a couple glasses of champagne. So I need this right now. All right, I probably will not be able to talk in the gym. I feel really awkward doing that because I don't want to bother people and I don't want to like draw attention to myself. But I'm gonna try to do like a montage of my exercises, and I'll note like what I do, what my routine is. And again, not a fitness expert, but this is just what I do. One more thing I'll share, this set is from Amazon. I love the low back, not good for cardio, but I'm weight training, so it's fine. Love the color, I'll link it in the description box if you're interested. And then I just wear these Hokas, which look white on camera, but they're actually like a very, very light blue. I'm also wearing just a little hint of makeup. I don't always wear makeup to the gym, but on some days where I just need like a little boost, I wear a tiny bit of makeup. This is all Merit. It's the minimalist stick, which is foundation and concealer, a little brush, and a little cream bronzer. So they're very sheer, like super natural. And then just eyebrow gel. So excuse, I have my noise canceling on. I can't find my camera. Excuse the phone vlog, but I'm headed out to get coffee. I had a nice, like not coffee, a chai. You guys know me. I had a very quiet morning. I got up extra early so that I could have a, just a time where no one's talking to me, no one's emailing me, I don't have anything to do. And it was amazing. I want to do that more often. Towards the end of this past summer, I was getting up at 6 a.m. every day just so I could have 2 hours totally to myself, like very quiet, very slow. And I loved it. And then I loved today as well. Maybe I'll start doing that again if I can manage. But I'm walking to my favorite coffee shop in this area ever, Caldi's, because I want to get my favorite chai. I have a lot to do today. A lot to do. I have a lot of laundry to do today. And you guys know I hate laundry, so I need a little treat. I have a breakout coming on my cheek because I just got back from New York a few days ago, and the New York water broke me out multiple times. I have like something that's healing on my chin, but pimple forming on my cheek, and I know it's not that bad, but I have really, really, really dry skin. So I just never really get breakouts. I'm more prone to getting like eczema. So if I'm getting a breakout, like, you know my skin's unhappy. It's kind of where we are this morning, but no complaints, all good things. I know I talk about this chai all the time, but seriously, you guys, if you live in this area and you're not getting the chai latte from Caldi's. I've been getting a lot of questions about this jacket. It's Matt's from Abercrombie. It's like a workwear jacket, but I've been stealing it nonstop because I just love it so much. So I have therapy in like an hour and a half, and I'm getting this latte, and I'm doing my laundry. I'm doing my laundry before therapy. That's like, I have to. I have to. Anyway, this is it. Best chai latte. Done and dusted. Bish bash, Bob's your uncle. Matt hates it when I say that because it's saying it wrong, but I think it's so funny. It's bish bash bosh or Bob's your uncle, but I say bish bash, Bob's your uncle, and it pisses him off. And what is a wife's job? Like, don't be his peace, be his problem. Am I right, ladies? Down. I don't mind when you jump on me, but you're not supposed to. Hi, Fergus. Hello, Fergus. Hello. Hello. Okay. 1 nitro cold brew. Ignore the dog toys on the floor. With a splash of oat milk for one Mr. Matthew Gordon.
Thank you.
One of the sections of our house that clearly needs to be decluttered is this shoe corner. I mean, look at this. It is a mess. Take off my outside Uggs. Put on my inside Uggs. Yeah, it is very clearly a mess, especially because we both have a lot of pairs of boots and sneakers. I could definitely downsize my white sneaker collection, so that needs to be on a list sometime soon. Hello. I got these straws for realizing these tops have a peel back that you're not meant to have a straw, so. All right, we need to do laundry. I have an hour before therapy. I'm gonna get as much done as I can. I don't know if anyone has ever cared to know what my nightstand looks like, but it looks like this. Medication, sleep spray, magnesium spray, hand sanitizer, a kombucha from yesterday, more hand sanitizer, lotion, glasses, my little ring tray. This is from Anthropology. Lip mask. I feel like this is girlhood. All right, time to do this. Please don't judge me on how much clean laundry I have to put away. I don't know why I hate this task so much for something that is a very like normal adult thing that everybody has to do. I don't know why it's the one thing that I just like, ugh. This is my dirty clothes, which were on the floor because I didn't have a free basket, but now I do. I think the thing I don't like about it is that it just never ends. Like, I already have more clothes to wash. So I'll put these away, and then I'll have another thing of clothes to wash, and I'll have more laundry to put away. It just like literally never ends. And for me, laundry and feeding myself are the two things that I just like don't like doing. Not because I don't want to eat. I just don't. It's just like so inconvenient all the time. Laundry, feeding yourself, texting people back, taking care of your silly little mental health, maintaining a good relationship with your family and friends, giving everything you have to a relationship, work, creative pursuits, trying to find enrichment and fulfillment in this fucking life. Just like it doesn't end. It just never ends. Anyway, we've got, how much time do we have? We have 56 minutes. So I can definitely get it done. I'm just gonna be annoyed about it the entire time. I need headphones, I can't do this. I've told you guys a couple times before, sometimes the only reason I pull out the vlogging camera is vlogging forces me to be productive, and you guys love to see like cleaning, organizing, productive content, so it's a win-win for both of us. But that's the reason I'm vlogging right now, I just can't. So I finished my audiobook yesterday. I'm not feeling my day list, so I'm gonna listen to Folklore, deluxe version. I've been listening to a lot of Taylor Swift lately. I love Taylor Swift, I've always loved Taylor Swift, but I have been listening to a lot more Taylor Swift than normal because I'm going to my concert this year, And so I just want to make sure that there's no song that I won't know. I've really been in the mood for her music more than I normally am, which I'm normally in the mood for her music a lot anyway. Speak Now, 1989, Folklore, and Evermore are my top albums. Speak Now and 1989 because those are like my nostalgia albums, my childhood albums, and because they're amazing. Folklore and Evermore because I, in general, really like indie folk pop type of music, and that's what these ones remind me of. So also I think Exile featuring Bon Iver is her best song that she's ever made. Like, fight me about it, I don't care. Exile, it's at least in the top 5 best songs she's ever written. No excuses now. 53 minutes. Dark. I hope that adjusts. Time for therapy. I crochet while I'm in a session because it gives me something to do with my hands, and I often need something to do with my hands because I'm like not anxious when I go to therapy, but because it's heavy, you're talking about heavy things, it's obviously not the most fun part of my day. I also haven't seen my therapist in 2 weeks because last week I was gone. So it's been 2 weeks. Lots to go over. Lots to talk to her about. I have like 3 more things to put away from my laundry. I stopped a little bit early because I wanted to snuggle with Fergus. This is so dark. It's because the window is back there, but also there's nowhere to put the camera here. You're balancing on top of my pen holder container. Also, I don't like this side of my face as much. This chai is so good, it makes me wonder if they put real milk in it. I guess we'll find out in 20 minutes. Or I'll be in therapy in 20 minutes. I guess we'll find out in an hour, depending on how I feel. I also haven't done any of my like planning, journaling, manifesting for the day. So I guess I'll do that after. I also want to make like a really comprehensive content plan. Like I want to be a lot more intentional about getting on a really good schedule and making a variety of content. And I feel like I need to schedule that out in order to be able to do it. I gave Matt a hug just now. He just got out of the shower and my shirt got wet, but now there's like marks on it, like from his chest hair. He was shirtless. So his chest hair got my shirt wet, but now there's like marks on it, like light marks on my shirt. I don't like what was in his chest hair. What was going on there? I hope this isn't like, is it like left like soap residue or something? Like he didn't rinse his, oh, here we go. Okay, bye guys. That was actually pretty good. It was a lot better than last session, which was 2 weeks ago. Ow. Hey, gorgeous. Hi. I just hit my funny bone. Last session 2 weeks ago, I just sobbed the entire time. Like head on the desk, sobbed the entire hour while she tried to be as like supportive and comforting as you can possibly be from a Zoom call. And this session was good. It was like more of a lighthearted, we gossiped a little bit, even had a giggle about some things. We did talk, but like it was a less emotionally draining session than usual, so that's nice. I don't know what I should do right now. I guess I should probably do my planning and stuff. I need to plan the podcast episode. I guess I should probably do that. There's like lots of things that I need to do. I just don't. I should go over my planning because then that will give me a roadmap for what I need to do. So, and it also is good because the podcast episode I'm planning right now, like you can't see me, the podcast episode I'm planning right now is a like planning and productivity routine and everything I do and like how I journal and all of that. So this is my current planner. It's beautiful. Also, I don't know if I've shown you guys this on YouTube. I know I posted about it once on Instagram, but I got this recipe book from the same brand that makes my planner. And it's a blank recipe book that you can fill out yourself. And I got it because I thought it would be really special to write down some of my mom's recipes, my grandmother's recipes, and just keep them and have them forever. I feel like those dishes that your family just made over and over again growing up. I just thought it would be kind of special to have a place to keep those and remember them. So I want to take this home with me and make my mom and my grandma write down so many things. So yeah, I just love paper products. Like, I want to have my own planner, diary, journal, manifestation journal, calendar brand. It's like something I'm really looking into because I love paper products so much that I think it would be really aligned with me and really amazing to maybe do that one day. Oh, my camera's about to die. So we are current clients and we're getting ready to move from the US to the UK either in late spring or early summer. And we wanted to go ahead and get started on getting our dog ready to travel, like getting his health certificate and pet passport, getting a sense of the timeline for the rabies and tapeworm treatments and all of that. So I was hoping to ask if you have an idea of what that timeline will be, and also just get an appointment scheduled to start that whole process.
Yeah, so that'll actually go through our travel team. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to put in a request. Yes, they will get you all set up. They'll set you up with a doctor that is USDA certified, that can do all the paperwork and all the things, but they will get you set up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So I'm sorry that my face isn't in this right now. I can't really put my camera anywhere on this desk at the moment. But I'm going ahead and getting started on getting Fergie's certificates ready because it takes quite a while to get your pet prepared to travel. There are vaccine requirements that have to be done on a certain timeline. They have to get a pet passport. It can only be done by certain doctors that are accredited. It's just a whole process, and like, as you guys know, I'm working on my visa, and this is kind of like Fergus's visa. So I need to go ahead and, we don't have the actual date that we're moving yet, which is inconvenient because there are certain things like booking the cargo to ship all of our stuff over, booking Fergus's travel. There are certain things where you just kind of need a date, and Matt and I have had this discussion a few times recently. Like, we are obviously waiting for him to find a job in Edinburgh. We have, you know, a time limit based on when this lease is going to be up, but we're kind of getting to the point where we're like, we need to just pick a date that, like, no matter what, at least Fergus and I will be traveling, and if he has to go earlier for a job, that's fine. But like, Fergus and I kind of need a date because we are the ones who are not UK citizens that are coming. So yeah, getting started on this whole process right now. I just thought I'd share because I'm just gonna share all the bits and pieces of this process as they come naturally. I think that's the best way to portray an accurate depiction and timeline of what it's like to do this. So I am gonna start booking, and we specifically picked the vet for Fergus, knowing that we were gonna do this. So we researched vets before we ever brought Fergus home because we wanted a vet that could do this. Only certain vets can provide these services. And my dad could, but he's retired, and he's also, you know, 3 hours away. So we just wanted to find somewhere local. So that's what I'm doing right now. Hopefully get an appointment on the books. I've done so much research on the timeline and everything I was just asking that operator about, but I still want to sit face to face with a vet and make sure I have it all right. I just like make sure I have everything planned out and scheduled correctly, because sometimes these travel requirements can be kind of confusing. I have read every single page related to pet travel on like the, like, what is it, uk.gov, what's the name? Yeah, gov.uk. But I still want to sit down with an actual vet and just make sure I've got it all right. Oh, and this is actually great timing. I just got an email from my lawyer about, like, she just sent me the final list of documents that I need to gather to submit in my application, so I can go ahead and do this too. Obviously I'm the applicant and Matt is the sponsor, and we're familiar with this process. I feel like it's weird my face isn't in this. I'm also just, my skin is, I know I'm probably complaining like my skin does not look bad. I know it doesn't look that bad. My rosacea is flaring up. I've got breakouts that I'm not loving. I'm not feeling my most confident at the moment. But yeah, so we're obviously already familiar with this process because we've gone through it with Matt, and luckily we have a folder of documents on Matt's computer that we used for his application, and a lot of those same documents we're going to use for mine. So it's going to take less time to compile all these things because we already have them, which is fantastic. There are different things. One thing that's confusing not confusing, it's different to me about this process is that in the UK, or when you're applying for a spousal visa to the UK, you need to have an address that you can put on the application. So you either already need to own a home or have a rental. And if you're renting, you need a letter of agreement from the landlord saying like it's fine that they live here as they're relocating to the UK. Or you need somebody who, like a friend or a family member, to own a home who can vouch for you. Or if a friend is, or a family member is renting and they're allowing you to stay, you need a letter from their landlord as well. So this is like a bit of a spanner in the works at the moment because we just don't have that many people we can ask. One of Matt's friends owns a home, but he's selling it and relocating to a different city. We have some friends who own a condo, but it feels like a lot to ask. We'll be relying on either friends or finding our own apartment for this portion of it, and it's just a little bit unusual. And I don't know if this is true when you're getting a spousal visa for the US. We already lived here, so it was easy to, I don't know, maybe that's a requirement here too. I'm not sure, but we already lived here, so it just didn't come up. But if we need to have our own address, or we need to talk to friends, and you know, most of our friends rent, so we would need letters from their landlords. It's just a little bit of a thing. Today is turning into a big moving prep day, I guess, accidentally. So through looking at this right now, we have all of these bits of paperwork except for financial requirement stuff. That's gonna be more complicated. We're gonna have to get a lot of stuff from our bank to prove that we meet the financial requirement. But everything else we already have. So this is pretty good because we could upload all of those right now and then, yeah, get everything required from the bank. And it shouldn't take too long, honestly. I think we do have to get new statements from friends and family. So this is true for the US as well. You have to have signed, and in the US's case, they have to be notarized, statements from various friends and family members attesting to the fact that your marriage is real, like it's not a marriage of convenience. You're not just getting married for a visa. So we had some friends and my parents write letters. Just, you know, they're not super complicated. It's basically just like, I've known Mary and Matt for this long, this is how long we've been in a relationship. You know, they came on family vacation with us. We love him with our daughter. He's great. Their marriage is real. Like, it doesn't have to be anything too crazy. And then we also will need to write new personal statements. So each, like the applicant and the sponsor have to write personal statements. Again, just like proving that the marriage is real. Sometimes you have to go through interviews. Sometimes you have to go through interviews to make sure the marriage is real as well. So we will have to get new ones of those, but everything else we already have. So that's good news. I don't even know how well you can see my hair right now because of this late afternoon, like golden hour sun causing very dramatic shadows. I'll put in some pictures and videos, but here's my hair. I am so happy that I've done this. I'm so happy I've started back on the journey towards lightening it. It still feels really good. We cut off about 3/4 of an inch, and then I also trimmed the front pieces, and then we did the balayage, and then obviously just toned it kind of dark because I wanted it to be cool. I don't like warm tones on myself, and in order to get cool, like, it looks darker. Toning cool looks darker than toning warm, I've been told. So we toned it kind of dark so that we could get it fairly cool, and I'm just so happy with it. I'm so glad that I'm doing this. I already feel a million times better. I have been acting different since the second the foils came off my head. Like, I just feel, I know it sounds dumb because it's not natural and it's not me to have bleached hair. It's obviously like unnatural, and yet I feel more like myself than ever. I feel more myself than I have in months. I feel good about myself in a way that I haven't since literally September. So I'm just feeling really glad that I've done this. I know I feel like the lighting is not very good right now, but I wanted to come on and show you guys and also just end the vlog off. I feel like I've been trying to find my footing with vlogging for a long time now. I've spoken about this on the podcast, but I feel like the first half of 2023 was a great year for me. I was consistent and productive, and I was in a good place mentally, and I was sticking to my goals, and I was, you know, achieving things that I set out to. And then the last half of 2023 just wasn't my best. Like the last 4 to 5 months of 2023, I really struggled with a lot of things mentally and in my life. And these first 2 months of 2024, I've just been trying to like find my footing again and get back into the things that make me happy and the things that I know I need to be doing, vlogging being one of them. So I feel like I've been trying to find my feet on YouTube again, and hopefully I'm there. Hopefully I'm getting there. I really like YouTube, and I really want to be consistent on here. I know everybody says that. I know it's probably so annoying to say that, but I really, really want to be so consistent on YouTube. It's a big priority of mine for 2024. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog off because I want to start a new vlog tomorrow. I'm feeling productive. I'm trying to ride the wave while it's here. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any suggestions or ideas for what you'd like to see on my YouTube channel besides vlogs, like sit down videos or fashion videos or I don't know, routine videos, anything like that, definitely let me know. I'd love to film more of those because sometimes I like vlogging, but honestly my life is not that interesting. My life is day to day pretty much the same. So I'd love to start incorporating some more sit down videos too. I think that help me be more consistent rather than feeling like I need to have interesting things to vlog all the time. Anyway, let me know. I want you to know that if you have been considering getting highlights for spring or summer, this is your sign. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys really soon. Thank you for watching.